Hello. So today I would like to take a few minutes to introduce you to our brand new precision lift and load functionality on the Valtra Smart Touch armrest. So precision lift and load is basically a loader with smart features. By that we mean we have working range limits, so you can limit the maximum height and the minimum height of your loader working range. Also we have set points, which allows you to return to dig when you're, for example, picking up grain in the bucket. We also have a weighing function, so you can see how much weight you have in your bucket or how heavy a bale is. And we also have bucket shake there, so a nice automated bucket shake function. All of this is done via the Valtra Smart Touch armrest. So this is available on Versu and direct tractors from Valtra. So all the controls are done via Smart Touch, and of course it is fully integrated into the front loader. So first off, I would like to show you the menu and how you navigate that. So if you go to the home screen, you'll see a new icon. It's a loader icon but with a plus button. So you press that and this brings you to your precision lift and load main menu. In here you have your bucket disengage, you also have your soft drive, so your boom suspension, and we have a new feature for precision lift and load loaders. We have auto soft drive, and this means that when you're driving under 2 kilometers an hour, you can it will turn off automatically the suspension, and then when you drive fast it will turn back on. And this is really good for bale handling and such. It means that when you're doing small movements you're less likely to have the loader bounce, and hence you won't rip the plastics. Down here you also have your master activation, so this turns off all the smart features and your loader works exactly like a normal loader. Turn it back on and hey presto, it works perfectly. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you through some of the functionality and how it works. So on this menu we have the set points settings. So set points are practically return to dig, as you may know it, so you can save a bucket height and angle and also angle, so that you can return to it really easily. You do that simply by positioning the bucket where you want it, and you press, for example, now the lower set point, and then if I want to I can also do the upper set point. So for example I can put it up to there, and then I just press simply the upper set point button and it sets that height. Now I can go and make sure that this is turned on, so if I press the home button and go to the armrest settings, I can then choose between the different selector buttons. So you control precision lift and load through the selector buttons. So if I choose the lower selector buttons, I can choose, is it a selector valve? I'm going to turn it off for now. I have bucket shake on here, and I also have set points. So set points is turned on, and then this works quite simply by, if I simply press the button and hold and lower the bucket down, you will see it returns to the height I want it to and no more. And then that way I can, after that, just continue using the loader like a normal loader. Same when going up, I can just pull it up to the set height, it goes to that height, I let go, and off she goes again. Works perfectly. And that's how simple set points is. Simply press and hold the selector button, lower the joystick down, and your bucket returns to height you want. And the same for going up. It's really that simple. Now the next thing I'd like to show you is working range limits. Now working range limits works exactly how it sounds. You can set a maximum and a minimum height for the loader to work at, and also a maximum and minimum bucket angle. You can do that simply off this menu, which you can see here. And through that I can, first of all, I can select individual things. So for example, right now I can turn off the bucket angle. I'm working inside. I want to be able to use the entire bucket angle working range, so I've turned off that, and now I have the minimum and maximum height available for a loader. Now what I'm concerned about today is that I don't hit the roof of the barn, so I'm going to turn off the minimum height because I want to be able to lower the loader all the way down, but I have the maximum height on. So for example, if I know that the height, what you do is you lift up the front loader to say there, and then you simply press the set the working range limit. So now I've set it to there. You can control it with the upper selector button. Simply go into the armrest menu, choose the upper selector button, and then select your working range limit. Then it works as a toggle, so you press it once, working range limits comes on, I can lift the loader up, it won't go past the height I've set. What's also really cool is you have end position damping. So as you lift the loader up to the maximum height, it will actually slow the loader down a little bit so it doesn't hit the end of the rams, and it makes the operating experience much smoother. So that's the great feature of working range limits. It just means you can work with absolute maximum safety and ease without having to be concerned about damaging any equipment or buildings. One other great feature we have in the Precision Lift and Load package is bucket shake. So what bucket shake allows is for me to have automated bucket shaking functions. So for example, I'm going to simply press the Select 4 button at the bottom and push the joystick to the left, and it does a large shake where you can shake quite aggressively the bucket, and to the right hand side it's a very gentle shake in case you just want to be nice and careful with lowering it out. And then of course it just continues to work like a normal loader bucket once you press the button again. So that's the bucket shake function. As with all Precision Lift and Load functions, bucket shake can be turned off, and you simply do that by pressing the armrest button, selecting the lower Selector button and turning it off from there. Interestingly enough, you can also choose which Selector valve you want it to work for if you so wish. One other feature we have in Precision Lift and Load is the weighing function. So it's quite simple to use, and I'll show you how you set it up. If you press the Home button and go into the Precision Lift and Load menu, you will see this second tab here is the weighing one. From here you have your different implements, and you select which implement you want. It's important to make sure the calibrations on these are done right to make sure you have the true weighing value. So select, for example, I'm using a bucket today, so I select a bucket. And then you can also select a task. For example, today I'm filling the feed wagon, so I'm going to hit feed, and then what happens is that will weigh everything I put in, and it will add it onto a task, which I can then export afterwards and have it straight into my computer. On this side I can put in a number, which is what I want to achieve. So say if I want to have 2,200 kilograms, it will then count here in this bar here how much I have in, and I can also reset that. Now to make sure weighing is turned on, simply select the Select 3 button, the top button, and choose the weighing function. So this is the weighing function here. Press OK, and then off you go. I'm going to select from the bottom down here actually the Precision Lift and Load quadrant. So from down here you can actually see what you've already got in the bucket. So a really handy feature, you don't have to have the menu open. Now to weigh, simply take whatever you want to take into the bucket. So I'm going to fill up the bucket now here, like so. I have the bucket full, and then I will press and start lifting up the loader, and you can see it gives me the correct instructions, and you can see that I have 595 kilos in the bucket, and it will tell you that it's accepted, and it adds it into your total weight. So to do that again, you simply select what you need into the bucket, or take what you need into the bucket, or bail grabs or whatever else it is. So here we go, just filling up the bucket. Now what you'll notice is if the loader is at the wrong height and I press the loader, I press the weighing function, it'll tell me to lower the bucket down, and it's important to do this at a sensible speed, and then it'll tell you to lift it up, and then you lift it through the full range, and then it tells you that the weight in the bucket, this time I have 245, and it adds that to the total weight. So I can continue doing that, and then once I've finished the job, once I've achieved the target weight, it tells me here how much more I would need until I get to the final one. I go into the menu and I can see here that I have my task made. Simply press the finish task, yes, and then that task is made, and I can export it to my computer. And that is the fantastic functionality of our new Precision Lift and Load features.